we're here on this Monday, this June 25th. Thank you to Amy for being with us and sharing those insights on the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer.
I always like to take maybe one thing away from what she says, or like kind of like class a little bit, you know? So I liked the part about when you pray Our Father, you picture God's ear right at your lips, you know? I forget what saint said it, but she said a saint said that. So I like that image.
All right, well, we have a discussion topic. We'll start now and invite you listeners to call in, perhaps, and join the conversation next hour. But it's about the Synod coming up in October in Rome, the Synod for Youth.
The actual title is the Synod of Bishops, the 15th Ordinary General Assembly, and it's for young people, the faith, and vocational discernment.
Young people, the faith, and vocational discernment.
So that's what they're discussing. And before they come together this October, all the bishops, there was a lot of research and preliminary work done. So they surveyed young adults and youth. I think it was 16 to 29 around. That was the age they were looking at.
Did you take the survey?
I did, actually.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with, it was like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Is it that long ago? Okay.
Yeah, because they had to take all the information together, put it together.
And that went to the diocese. Each diocese compiled their own information.
Right. So we have some information compiled from the Archdiocese of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Since we do serve them, you know. We're located in the Diocese of Trenton, but
we serve the Archdiocese.
So first I want to give you the questions that they surveyed, the questions they asked young people.
This is from the survey you took then, too?
Yes.
Okay. How many questions were there?
This was 8.
Oh, is that what you took?
See, I think each diocese, they had the topics, and I think they kind of formulated. It wasn't so strict of like answer ABC, you know?
Let's start going over these, and then when we have to, we'll take a break at the top of the hour, come back and continue and invite listeners to call in.
So I'm going to give you the questions first, and we'll talk about results later. So the questions.
Question number 1.
In what manner does the church listen to the lived situations of young people? Number 2, what are the main challenges facing young people? Number 3, what are the most significant opportunities for young people today? Number 4, what kinds and places of group gatherings of youth have a major success within the church and why? What kinds and places of group gatherings of youth have a major success outside the church and why? What do young people really ask of the church in the United States and elsewhere today? What possibilities for participation exist for young people to take part in the life of the church? How are young people who are not involved in the life of the church contacted? So I was reading some of the answers, and I was a little disappointed because I'm still a young person.
Well, so this is...
You know...
Well, for another month.
But when I took it, I was...
You'll be outside the category.
Yeah, really. But I was like, some of this is not resonating with me.
Okay. But what's the age again? 16 to 29?
16 to 29.
Okay. That's a pretty big span.
But when I took it, I think I was 27.
Yeah, but
actually.
I mean, 16 to 29, there's a lot of different levels of maturity in that age group.
Oh, yes. Right. So and life experiences would definitely contribute to your answers, I think, as well. Okay. But also to keep in mind that the people who responded in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia to these questions were people that are somewhat involved in the church. Think about it. Are you going to get people that are not involved in the church to answer the questions?
That's possible. Yeah, that's probably true.
So that's the thing, too. I mean, they can speak for their friends, but just to give people an idea of where the results are coming from, these people that were surveyed, they have a desire to gather with other young people. Serving others is something they value. They find their future challenging. They're pressured by surrounding culture. They feel judged by the church. They have a different ethos regarding sexual morality than the church, and they recommend a greater presence by the church on social media. So those are some of the general responses. And, you know, like I said, these people are somewhat... Maybe they go to just Sunday Mass. Maybe they go occasionally, but I think they're probably a little connected to the church.
They would have to be. Otherwise, how would they know about
How would you take that survey?
Unless you had the survey somehow, infiltrate other types of social media.
But you also want people that are connected because it's what can the church do to help, to better serve, to integrate young people.
Right.
You know, so you want people that kind of have a voice in the church already to participate. So
you're going to start with question one?
Sure. So I guess maybe I could even start with the ones that I didn't really care for the answers. That didn't really
Now, do you remember
resonate.
answering these questions yourself?
I feel like we answered more.
More, okay.
So maybe they kind of condensed it a little bit, you know. So let me see. The one about, I guess what kind of alarms me is that they don't agree with the church's stance on the morality and sexual morality.
Alarms you, but does it surprise you? It doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me, but I guess if you're strong in your faith and in the church, maybe you would answer in one way, but people who are kind of semi-involved in the church, who are not aware of the church's teachings, I guess they would kind of say, you know, I wish the church would change her teachings regarding gay marriage and things like that. Like,
well, was this specifying? Was it sexual immorality in general, and didn't like get specific about?
Basically, they were kind of saying that they should be allowed to live a gay lifestyle,
and
the church should accept it.
Was it about homosexuality? Then?
Yes.
It wasn't about heterosexual
homosexuality, but probably birth
behavior.
Control. But I didn't see that. I think it was more or less
not fornication.
Like cohabitation and things like that before marriage.
Fornication,
yeah. I don't know. I think more prominent was the sexuality. But we can start with the first question.
Okay, let's start with the first question.
Okay, so first question was, in what manner does the church listen to the lived situations of young people?
Oh, we'll have to come back to that. Here's the theme music.
All right, here's the first question. I'll read it one more time.
Think about it over the break.
In what manner does the church listen to the lived situations of young people?
Okay. So while we're doing this, maybe we can invite listeners and viewers to call in.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
And participate. So jot this number down because we're going to get back, take a quick break, come back, 609-882-9357. That's the number to call, 609-882-9357. Maybe you're a young person.
Any age can call in, too.
Any age, okay? So we'll come back, continue the discussion, and invite you to participate. Don't go away. More to come on Monday Live.